What's the weirdest thing your school has ever forced you to learn? Mine made us learn a language that doesn't exist, and I think there's a reason they don't want us asking questions. It started on a Monday morning when our principal suddenly announced a new mandatory subject called Chapelish Studies. Everyone had to report there instead of second period. No explanation. My friend Alex leaned over and whispered, "What even is Chapelish?" I shrugged because no one knew. When we walked in, there was a teacher none of us had ever seen before, writing strange symbols across the board. She turned and said, "This will be the most important language you ever learn. Memorize the alphabet by tomorrow." I raised my hand and asked what country spoke it. She just smiled and said, "That's not important right now." That answer stuck with me. That night, I searched for it everywhere. Different spellings, forums, language sites, nothing. No results, no history, no proof it existed outside our school. But within a week, something even stranger started happening. People were learning it. Fast. Way too fast. Kids who struggled in other languages were suddenly forming sentences like it was natural. I asked Alex if it freaked him out, and he just laughed. "It's easy, and I'm getting an A." That's when I realized no one else cared. Within a month, Chapelish was everywhere. Posters in the hallways, teachers using it casually, students speaking it between periods like it was normal. It spread through the school like a trend, except it didn't fade. It got stronger. I started recording lessons and studying the symbols. There were 37 characters, none connected to any known language. No patterns, no roots, nothing familiar. Then I found something worse. We weren't the only school. At least a dozen others had started teaching Chapelish on the exact same day. Different states, same language. I even found an online thread where students were comparing notes until it got deleted overnight. The next day, I stayed after class and asked the teacher directly, "Why our school?" She looked at me calmly and said, "You were selected." "Selected by who?" I asked, but she just repeated, "That's not important right now." By the second month, things got worse. People weren't just speaking Chapelish, they were thinking in it. Alex stopped replying to me unless I used it. Study groups switched between English and Chapelish without noticing. Some students said it made their thoughts clearer. And the scary part was, I started feeling it too. Sometimes I'd catch myself thinking in Chapelish before forcing myself back to English. Then one day, the teacher brought in a new textbook. The symbols looked different, older, almost wrong, hard to focus on. "This is advanced Chapelish," she said, "for those ready to progress." I asked, "Progress to what?" She looked straight at me and said, "To understanding why you're really learning this." That was the first time I felt scared, because when I looked around, everyone else was already writing in those new symbols like it was normal, like they understood something I didn't. Conversations started happening that I couldn't follow anymore. It felt like they were moving ahead and I was being left behind. And that's when I realized I had two choices: keep asking questions and lose everyone, or stop resisting and finally understand what this language is really for.